After walking real fast, going to the other out the locomotives up on this other rail, which came in and we was gonna run out. Looking back at this same foreman that I had one not to get his man a job, I stepped on a part of the gravel where there was a drain pipe had been covered up with the top off, and the water from the ice storm dissipating and running through the channels of these underground pipes had washed the bottom out. And I stepped on this surface, which was looked like just a clear spot, and my right leg went down in that thing, and I extended my left leg trying to break my fall, and I fell across my left leg at a sharp pain and went down my lower back to through my left leg down there as if I had hit with a volt electric. Messed up some discs in my back. My whole world changed. A career ending injury trying to prevent another accident with the same exact woman who was determined to drive this train up with this young white male who was the young white male who was working with me. I'm not calling that just so you know there's no prejudice in here. He was going to hurt this man. If the man got it behind, caught in the brake, he would have been hurt. He said he should have had a flag up, but I had my flag to protect him. So I done had a career injury, and I went into the shack and said, Dad, and there my helper was, who was working overtime because he had told me from the beginning, Curly, if it was anybody else, I wouldn't have stayed over in work overtime. He said, but I stayed over to work overtime because I wasn't going to let you be here working by yourself. Nobody work with you because you work too hard down here. This is the respect that we had for each other. It was not about the genetic color code of the person. We, as the peoples of that part, there was some of us who was defiled-minded, but the one that had the integrity of doing right and respected each other, we honored each other's integrity in the same manner we honored ourselves. He stayed on my behalf, and I tried to protect him on my behalf. I told him, I was asking him, where's Jimmy? Jimmy. He said this. He said, he pulled a train up on me. Yeah, I told you to tell him that. I told him. I said, I done got injured out there. Didn't tell him that had got injured on his bad, but I said I was walking real fast because he was trying to pull a train up. I said, I done got injured out there. I done hurt my back. They went down there and they looked in the thing. The hole was deep down there where I stepped in, and the water was still running through there through the underground. But this happened on that part that night and that day. I stepped, but I know good well it wasn't my done. It was God's done. It was part of Bible prophecy being fulfilled, spoken of by the prophet Isaiah. He was leading me to a point in time where God was getting ready to punish me for what I had did, or what I had said to that church. It was written down 2,000 years before it happened. You can't see it there if you don't know what transpired with the man that who was ordained to be victimized by that hoe. You don't know the testimony if you don't know what set point in time it was, and understand this with the hand of God guiding you to this position. This is the way He guides all of us. You don't know it. Excuse me. Drink. Now, having a career in an injury. The peoples, I'm trying to get well, I'm trying to get my life together. The same man that asked me to give him money for my first lawsuit so he can sell drugs. He came in the picture. My wife, with the foolish mind, she also was in the picture. There was debt. I had a terrible tailspin. In reality, my life went into a tailspin. I never did drugs in my life. My record shows, and I got a part of my time card that I can prove this. After going into a tailspin, I became addicted to cocaine for my first time. The works of God. But didn't know this was a part of the prophecy of Isaiah chapter 6, 1-7, where this man had unclean lip, where he was addicted to cocaine. This was me. So all these things had to be fulfilled, and the house had to be Bible, and the house had to be full with smoke, also spoken of in that prophecy. Well, my wife came to me and told me this man called Tom told her, I got together, I had land there, hadn't accomplished so much in my lifetime, but I found out this was just only vanity. It was a seed planted of temptation who tempts the devil to do things against us because of what we possess. It was this rich man who is in America who watches us and watching over us every time we accomplish anything. They found out a way to take it away. Ask Michael Vick. I know they said up there and said he had these dogs, but sure he had these dogs, but they don't know who sent the vessel to bring these dogs to him to create a situation where when these dogs start fighting, he come in pretend he is the good guy protecting the dog, and it was a setup from the beginning. This is the heart and the soul and mind of the Antichrist. To gain everything in his hand. So when we go out our front door, we serve him, and when we come back in, we serve him, and when we go out our back door, we serve him. When we come in our back door, we serve him. He was trying to use this to advocate our whole heart and soul towards his empire to make him richer. You don't know what's hidden. He didn't know what hid him. All he know, he's up there with his homies fighting dogs. But there was some that was around him that was set there for a purpose and a reason to exploit him. Yeah. My wife came out and said she's back, getting ready to quit. Same man that wanted me to give him money to buy drugs with, just contaminate my people. I wasn't gonna do this. She said he sent me to police, lawyers, and doctors, and they're going to have you killed. They're going to even take a bill case against you and send you to prison, kill you out here, or bill case against you to have you killed in prison. But they're going to build a case against you. But my medicine was gone that they gave me to take for my injured back. And I looked for it one day, and it was gone by her. And when I seen her, she put it back in my bank 3 days later. I'm not gonna say she did had my medicine had it laced, but why would she have said they gonna use doctors, lawyers, and policemen to build a case against me if the doctor didn't have something to do with my medicine? And they're gonna send me to the penitentiary. I mean, she couldn't keep nothing. They said, and she told me the man that was gonna do this here, and nothing gonna be did about it because they're not going to investigate a Negro. She used the other word, N-word. So, if this is so, then the black man is targeted here in the United States of America. It doesn't matter what they say. If they said and said this, she said and said this, and this was that, and that was this, how can we not consider that these was actualities are true facts, what she was speaking? She was just not speaking words of condemnation without a valid meaning. I became addicted to cocaine, and the year of 1996, I was given crushed glass.